Hi everyone, this is Maria's Budgeting. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you are new. So today I will be doing my weekly check-in for the 4th week of January. So we are going to be checking in from the 25th through the 31st. First off, I'm going to put down my no spend days. So I had a no spend on the 29th, and then I also had one on the 30th. So those are my no spend days for the week. So on the 25th, I did have 2 sinking fund transactions. The first one was for Ulta for $50. My shampoo and conditioner that I buy, it is a high-end brand and it's expensive. So they were on sale. The jumbos were on sale 40% off, I believe. And then I had a coupon. So it came down to $50 that I did spend at Ulta from toiletries. And then I had another sinking fund expense, and that was at Macy's. I do have a quinceañera next weekend, so I did have to buy a dress. So I did find a dress, thankfully, for $30. I did find a very, very simple dress, but it was on the last act rack, so I'm not able to return it. That cost, I believe, $30 or $35, and then I did buy some jeans for about $15, I believe, and then the rest was tax. So that was $55 for Macy's coming out of clothing. I went to In-N-Out and I was with my mom, so I did spend $25 for our food coming out of my restaurant's cash envelope. And then on the 26th, I did get gas, and that was Costco, of course, and I did spend $45 for that transaction. And then I also did spend at Carl's Jr., and that was a dates transaction, and that was a total of $13. On to the next transactions. I did want some dessert, so I did go to Sweets and Sugars, and I did spend $13 as well. This is coming out of my spending money. For the 27th, I did take my lunch, but I forgot my seaweed at home. So Safeway is really close to my job, so I just went ahead and walked there, and then got some seaweed. I got 2 packs. They were 99 cents each. So it was a total of $2 that I spent on the 27th for the seaweed at Rayleigh's. And it is coming out of my groceries cash envelope. And then that day for dinner, I did buy some, I don't know how to pronounce this, Wiener Schnitzel. I believe that's how it's pronounced. And I did get this deal. I bought food for my sister and I used one of their coupons on the app, and that came out to $16 for our meal. And then this is coming out of restaurants. On the 28th, I did get Subway. I got that for dinner as well. I wasn't going home after work right away, so I did need to grab food for dinner. That was a total of $8 because I got the sandwich that they had for the day, and it was a whole meal. It was a drink, chips, and the sandwich, all for $8. And then 29th and 30th were no spend. And then on the 31st, I do have a couple of transactions. So first off, I did end up using my Shenyun sinking fund to buy crypto. And the reason why I did do that was because I've had this money for a long time and I have not taken my mom. So I'm assuming that maybe she changed her mind and doesn't want to go. I am not sure. So I went ahead and I used it. And then if she ends up wanting to go, then I will go ahead and save for those tickets again But I know that I believe this weekend was the show, the Shenyang show for this year here in my city. So, yeah, it's another year that I didn't take her. So then I went ahead and used that money. And if she wants to go, then I will go ahead and save again. But for now, Shenyang is gone. It's going to be completely out of my sinking funds because I'm not saving for it and I don't have that money saved anymore. Then I did go to Safeway and I bought some groceries. It was only $11, so it wasn't a lot, but it was $11 that I spent from groceries. And then I also did get a gift for my boyfriend for his dad, and I ended up telling him that I will go ahead and put in $45 for that gift. So this is coming out of birthdays, my birthdays sinking fund. I'm taking out $45 to contribute towards that gift. I also did buy a Valentine's Day gift, and that cost me $45 at GameStop. That is coming out of my holidays sinking fund. And then we also did go to dinner for my boyfriend's dad's birthday. So we went to Chili's. My boyfriend took care of the food, and then I just went ahead and took care of the tip. And I'm just going to go ahead and take it out of groceries because that's where I had money. I'm just going to go ahead and cover the number. I usually don't like it, but it's fine. So those were all of my transactions for the week. Really quickly, I just want to count my no spend days because I track them, but I usually try to always count them, or at least I used to try to count them. But lately I have forgotten to count my no spend days. So we have for the month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is not too bad. I usually try to average about 15. That's what I used to try to average. But to be honest, I'm not really caring too much about kind of forcing myself to not spend for a day. Like, for example, let's say I need to get gas. Before, I used to kind of try to force myself to give gas, and then if I'm going to go get groceries, also get groceries. If I want to spend money eating out, then also that day. But lately, I haven't really cared about like no spend days. I care more about not overspending. So not going over budget. That's what I care about more now than my no spend days. So here I have my weekly check-in spread, and I went ahead and drew some lines here because we didn't add anything for the week. These are our remainings from last week, which we will be tracking for this week or using for this week. So dates has 32, 55 in gas, 67 in groceries. Restaurants has 50, 15 in spending, and unbudgeted is just a placeholder, so I don't actually budget. So let's go ahead and check in. So first we have dates, and for dates, I do have Carl's Jr., which was 13. So I'm actually going to do this. So I spent $13 for dates. I had $32 remaining last week, so that means that I should have $19 remaining this week. On to gas. I do have Costco gas for $45. So I spent $45. We started with $55, so that means $10 are remaining. On to groceries. I do have Chili's for $20. Then Safeway for $11, so that is $20, $31, and then 2 here, so $31 and $33. So I spent $33 in groceries. I had $67 remaining last week, so that means we have $34 remaining this week. On to restaurants. Let's go ahead and see. So we have In-N-Out for $25, and then Subway for $8, so that is $23, right? No, it's $33, and then 16, so it's $49. So $49 spent for restaurants. Started with 50, so $1 remaining. And then on to spending. Let's see. Spending is this one here. So $13 for sweets and sugars. So 13, and then I started with 15. So 2 remaining and nothing for unbudgeted. I do quickly want to mention that I am a credit card user, so I still will stuff my envelopes as usual, but I do use credit cards. So during these weekly check-in videos, I do go ahead and unstuff my wallet. That is why I have this many to the side. I will also scan my receipts into Fetch. It is an app where you can download to your phone. You can scan receipts. It gives you points for the receipts. Points can be redeemed for gift cards. So I will leave my code on screen and down below. I will leave the link in case you guys are interested in signing up using my code. And then lastly, I do have these binders available on Instagram. So if you guys are interested, you can look at the highlights. All the info is there, and then you can go ahead and DM me if you are interested in buying one of these binders. So this is my dates envelope, and we are unstuffing 13. So I'm going to take the 20, and I spent 13, so I will be taking back 7, right? Yeah. So we have left over 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. 19 remaining in dates. On to gas. Gas we have 55, and I did use 45. So I'm actually going to put everything down, and I'm just going to take a 10. There we go. On to groceries. We're in stuffing 33, so we're going to take 40. And we're bringing back 7. We should have 34. 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. 34 in groceries. On to restaurants. We're in stuffing 49, so I'm going to take all 50 and bring back a 1. And then for spending, we're removing 13. So we'll take the 15, bring back 2. That is all for my wallet, but I will move on to my sinking funds as well, so I can go ahead and unstuff that money as well. So I have 5 envelopes that I will be unstuffing. I'm going to start off with this one. Okay, so first off, birthdays. We're in stuffing 45. I'll take a 50 and bring back a 5. Actually, yeah, I guess I'll bring back a 5. And we have $20, $30, $35, $40 in birthdays. Next off, we have clothing. And we're removing 55. So 55 is here. And we have 5 remaining. I think holidays is in the next one. Yeah. So that's all for this binder. Moving on, holidays. We're unstuffing 45. We'll take the 50 and grab a 5. We have 20, 30, 40, 45, 40, 20, 30, 40, 55. 55 in holidays. And then toiletries. Shanyun is in the bank. I transfer the money and then that's when I deposit it into crypto. So I could, you know, and I bought some cryptocurrency. Onto toiletries. I'm only removing 15. That is all that I have. So I will go ahead and pay myself back when I stuff my money, which is going to be right after this video, since I just got paid. So I just owe myself some money right now, which is fine. Okay, so first off, I'm going to calculate what I unstuffed from sinking funds. So clothing was 55. Toiletries was only 15. Shanyun is in the bank, so I didn't actually unstuff anything. 45 for birthdays, 45 for holidays. So 160 from my sinking funds. So I'm going to go ahead and mark these off. I usually would not mark off toiletries, but I know that I will pay myself back when I stuff right away, because again, I'm going to record that video right after this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark it off. Going back to the weekly check-in. So let's see. We unstuffed 13 for dates, 45 for gas, 33 for groceries, 49 for restaurants, and 13 for spending. So 313 is what I unstuffed. And I'm removing the $100 I started with, which is this here. And this money here should be 313. So 51, 52, 20, 40, 60, 83, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 313 going back to the bank so I can pay off my credit cards. Going back to the calendar, I'm going to go ahead and mark off all of the sinking fund transactions. And then I forgot to mark off the restaurant ones, or this one here. So we are all set for the week. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.